Welcome back to another episode. The birds are up flying. We've got a little bit of a break in between the weather. The weather's actually been really crazy, and you can see by the amount of water that's laying around. We've had the 2 wettest days of the year so far. I think 90% of this month has been wet. There's the birds over there. I think there might be a few split up. The weather is very, very windy. That's why I'm hiding in behind this shipping container. Today, we are going to treat them for respiratory. We are basically getting them ready to start tossing, which will happen this week or next week, depending on the weather. There goes some down behind me. Looks like they've split into 2 teams. You did see in the previous video that we are splitting the channels. So basically, if you want to see the racing birds, head up to the corner here and subscribe to that. The links are in the description to subscribe to that one, so go and do it. The birds are flying pretty well at the moment. They've been wormed. Let's wait for them to finish flying, and then we'll get them in the loft, give them their medication, and then give them a little feed. They've done basically an hour, which in this weather conditions, so they've done about an hour and 10 minutes. Now they're still going. I want to try and get them in before this big storm front comes in behind me here, and try and get the tablets into them for their respiratory. And then we can give them a feed, because I've got to give them those tablets according to the directions before we give them a feed. Let's hope they come in, because this type of flying, this weather that's going on right now, is a lot harder. It's actually really hard for them. I think they want to start coming in now. Maybe 1 or 2. So basically an hour's worth of this is probably 2 to 2.5 hours of like really easy, calm, still day flying. Mum! Careful, it's windy and slippery. Come on! You change your mind? Come on. You're going to miss out. Come on. Alright, so they're pretty excited. They're coming pretty quick then, which is really good. I've got all my tablets in here. I've cut them in half because I don't need that full one. They are the DAC 4-in-1s. I've showed you in other videos. I'm going to bring the birds back in here because I need to shut this door and take the water away from them until we feed them, and then leave it for about an hour, I think. Stir them up a bit, get them a bit excited. I've got their food here ready to go. We've had them sitting out there for a little bit, just to let that settle. The respiratory is only a precaution. I know we had them panting a lot in the beginning, but since they've been up flying and getting their fitness back, I haven't witnessed it. So I thought, we'll worm them. Give them DAC treatment, which is the 4-in-1 respiratory and canker, which that's what we just did then with the little tablets. And that's basically it. Then I'll be ready to start tossing once this weather clears up a bit, because it is pretty crazy out there. So let's get these guys in anyway. But they are going to be tossed very soon. Mum! Come on! If you haven't already, make sure you head up into the corner here. Whoop, and subscribe to the channel. This is where the racing pigeons will transition across to. We're going to go through these guys and pick out the ones we want to keep here as pets, which is basically the barless. We might keep one of the reds to breed with our white hen, but most of those will go. Beefcake can stay here because he's actually surprisingly tame. We did hand raise him for most of his life, but the rest of these are going to be tossed. They're going to go out to the end of the freeway. Which any of these guys make it back out of the race team, which are all the race birds that are nothing to do with colour projects, they will move into the new loft. They will be 2-year-olds for next season. We'll just break them into the new loft, because this loft here eventually will be pulled down before we try and break. Once we break them in, we don't want them to come back into this loft, so we'll have to sort that out. So stay tuned, make sure you head up there. The new loft racing build will be up on this channel up there, and then this channel will get a new loft sometime probably in September-ish maybe. We'll just have to wait and see. But we do need to build a set of breeding boxes as well. So stay tuned, make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video.